Alright, so I've had my coffee and I'm going to ride home. I'm going to go the long way out the Beachmont Road past the Flying Bean Cafe, and we'll have a bit of a chat about COVID-19. Yeah, not a bad roll up this morning at the Outpost Cafe. Tomorrow, the 13th of December, the Queensland State Government has or will officially open the borders to other states. And that means that tightly controlled access to Queensland that it has been under for pretty much the whole of the pandemic. The borders will be thrown open to people from predominantly New South Wales and Victoria, but all of Australia. So, Queensland borders are going to be thrown open because we can't be locked down indefinitely. There are some restrictions. To get back into Queensland, you have to have double jabbed at least, vaccination, and you've got to have a COVID test within the previous 72 hours, 3 days, and it has to be negative. And you have to get a pass, a border pass, and you can get that online. So there are some restrictions. For people already in Queensland, if you are double vaccinated, the government has almost no restrictions on you. They've lifted compulsory face mask wearing. Queensland State Government has mandated that any state government employees, that includes public servants, police, fire and rescue, nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals, anybody who works for the state government must be double vaccinated. The Queensland government's also mandated that if you're not double vaccinated, you cannot go to any public venues like sporting stadiums, concerts. You can't go to pubs, clubs, hotels, restaurants, movie theatres. You can only go to, you can't go to old age residences to visit family and friends. You can only go to hospitals if it's an emergency for you. You can go to food outlets to buy groceries. You can get petrol for your car. So that if you are asked at any outlet you visit to prove that you have double vaccinated, you can show it. And by law, if you do not show it when requested, you can be asked to leave. And if you don't leave and police are called, you can be fined and possibly arrested. At the moment, I think there's something like 87% of Queensland eligible population have had their first jab, and I think it's 81%, maybe 82% have had 2 jabs. And the target the Queensland government are aiming for is 95%. It has consequences for those people that choose not to be vaccinated. Personally, I am double vaccinated, and my wife and I are eligible to get our booster shot. I ride in a social group of friends. There's eight blokes. We'll range in age from middle 40s to late 60s, and I'm the eldest. And of the eight guys, and we just call ourselves for fun the Boys Club. We have 3 members who will not get vaccinated. They haven't been vaccinated. And 5 members that have. Actually, I think it's 4 members that have, and 1 member who is not yet vaccinated but must get vaccinated for employment, and he has said he will get vaccinated, otherwise he's got no income. So he said he'll do it. But the other 3 are quite adamant they won't. I respect their views. I don't agree with their views. I've told them that. They know my feelings. I know theirs. I fear for all 3 of those friends. I fear that because they're not vaccinated, if they do get COVID-19, one in particular has underlying health issues, and I fear it could be catastrophic for him if he gets it, COVID-19. It also worries me that with the restrictions that the government has put in place, that we usually meet once a week, quite often twice a week, our boys club, and we just have a coffee, maybe something to eat. We've got about 3 or 4 different locations we meet at on the Gold Coast hinterland, and we just enjoy each other's company. There's a lot of banter going on, a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. We share a common interest. We've got wives and girlfriends, partners who are also friends, and my concern is that that's going to fracture. So I hope that the 3 friends that are not vaccinated look after themselves. They won't be able to go and meet up with us. So COVID-19 has had a lot of effects on different people. Enjoying the view. We're not too far from the Flying Bean Cafe, and it provides a fantastic service and a second outlet to the Outpost Cafe. More bikes up there. So COVID-19, I'm sure it's got a lot more to play yet. Queensland opening its borders, we've all been cautioned for the last several months by the state government, the health authorities, and when the borders open, that'll all change. There will be a massive increase in the numbers of people with COVID-19, and hopefully our health services will be able to cope because of the high vaccination rate we've got. But we'll see. Enough talking about COVID-19. I'm just going to enjoy the ride home. It's 21.5 degrees at the moment. This is the Beachmont Road. It's a glorious day. I think the top temperature is supposed to be about 28 degrees.